This is DigitalOcean's automatic configurator. This program basically, in addition to creating droplets automatically, also creates configuration files so that the droplets can send mass emails. With one simple click, you are able to configure all droplets created at once and after sending them in the same way with a single click. So come on, I'll show you how it works. Here you define how many droplets you want to create per account, or in this case, per API. Here in the demonstration, we are working with one single API. So if you place 10 droplets, it will try to create 10 for each account you have configured in the software. In this next step, we have to define the initial number of the subdomain, which will be the entry for the reverse that it will create. We will then put the number 1 and then the IP region of the droplet. In this example, we chose New York, and the droplets will start to be created. It takes a while after it finishes to release the IP. However, as soon as you see that the IPs have been released by pressing the option to display created droplets, you must save the list of created droplets. While the IPs are not released, I will add a test email to my test list, which is on my sending hosting, so that we can send the email to this test email and check if everything arrived okay. Speaking of sending hosting, this is the hosting that you must have to work together with your DigitalOcean software. It is where your letter, your email lists will be located, and also all the configuration of subject, sender, etc. In this ENG folder, this is where the software will pull the letter, the attachment, and all the configuration of your email. Both the letter and the attachment you must put in HTML language, but in a file with the extension TXT. The attachment will convert to PDF and it will send, and the letter will be sent with the HTML style that you predefined. The TUSLBI file is where your sender name and subject configuration is located. The attachment.txt file refers to the attachment, and the ENG file. Text refers to the letter in your email. The letter. Going back to the droplets that were being created, as you can see, I already saw that the IPs were released. So I can now save the list in TXT format of the droplets that were created, check the size of the droplets.txt file as it increases as soon as it is saved. Now that we have created the droplets and saved them in the .txt file, we can then create the configuration files that will automatically carry out all the configuration of our droplets to become email sending servers, including the domain, reverse, and DMARC entries. And DKIM. I'm showing that there is no entry created in our domain registry, and now I'm going to create the configuration files. You should just go to the Configurator option and generate them all, so it will create the files to configure and send. You choose whether you want to send with an attachment or without an attachment, and then generate all of them. This way you will create the files and then just execute them. So you first run the session, .bat file, and it will log into all droplets and save it in the cache. This process is very quick. After that, you run postfix, and then yes, it will install postfix in all droplets at once, and configure the entries for your reverse domain, DKIM and DMARC within Cloudflare. This process takes a while, around 5 to 8 minutes. After completion, we will run the send test file, so it will send one test from each droplet to that email from the test list that we have placed on our sending hosting. As you can see, after having finished configuring all the droplets, you can now view the entries created on the Cloudflare panel. Everything went well. Let's now run the test send and check if the emails arrived correctly. Let's run the send test with attach file, and ready test sent logically following the same configuration as the files that are on my sending hosting. And as you can see, the emails arrived correctly almost instantly at a very fast speed. Follow the letter that arrived in the email. It is the same one that was in the accommodation, as well as the attachment too. Now if we were to start sending, we would just upload the lists within our hosting. As we are working with 10 droplets, we would have to upload 10 lists, so that each list would be sent by one droplet. Here, I put the same email in the 10 lists, just for testing purposes to demonstrate, and I went up to the hosting. Now we can just run the send with attach file, and the lists will start to be sent. And the emails start to arrive in quantity. Basically, this is what the program does. Now I'm showing you the program's email test score. Let's go to the website that carries out the evaluation and send an email directly to the website so that the website can analyze the quality. This is an important factor. For those who don't want their emails to go to spam, you can see that we received a 10/10 rating, showing that all entries were configured correctly and the email is of the highest quality, and our server is well configured. If you are interested in purchasing this tool or any other, you can contact us via Telegram in the video description or via our website.